here. There we go. Okay. Hey. Okay, it's their axe. I have no idea. Do I know what I'm doing? I'm not as prepped as I should be. Okay, here we go. I got the thing out of the way. My microphone's coming through. Does it sound awful? Somebody let me know. I noticed the other stream I was eating the microphone, so I'm trying to avoid that. Okay, is it too loud? Too quiet? I don't know. Gotta wait 5 minutes to find out. Okay, professionalism. Professionalism. I've got thing logged in. Got the other thing going. Got the stream running. I got players in a lobby. It's official. We are starting. Welcome here. Oh yeah, lobby settings. Lobby settings. No, yes, no, first, 10. I need to change that to, and then I need to go to test map A. Yes, test map A. Second there, I'm second guessing, is it test map A or B? I'm just gonna ask them to confirm because technically it's the players who are supposed to confirm that things are good, although I'm the person who's supposed to not screw them up. So 10 minutes, first person only, stock loadouts no, ignore enhancements yes, trial mechs, yeah, okay. I'll give him a little countdown this time because I'm messing everything up, and boom, there we go. I need to switch the scene before I forget and do a lobby cast. Not quite as prepared as I should have been today. I got distracted with things. But it's their axe. I'm casting a match here. It's Division F. This is between the Black Forge and Killer's Instinct. I believe Killer's Instinct will be the team on the left if I didn't screw everything up. Yeah, okay. Looks like I got that right. This is Tournament of Stars. Like Season 2 or whatever it is. 2023. And we're kicking things off with a pair of Division F teams here that are playing for potentially first place. It's a little bit unclear because there's been so many forfeits in this division that it's hard to tell exactly what the team's points are supposed to be. One of these teams, this is their final match, and the other team actually has one more match to play after this. So, you know, you get the full 70 points on the forfeit. Both teams have been awarded those points, but the one team with the higher point total, which is the Killer's Instinct, I haven't marked on the screen what it is. I will confirm in between drops. I think they're 19 points ahead. So they need to actually win out here fairly large in order to maintain their position near the top of the division. They're currently sitting at first place, but again, this is their last match, so they could easily get bumped off when the other teams play their match next week. So what we've got here at Trial Mechs is dueling Kit Foxes. They all have SRM 6s with Artemis. A whole bunch of Artemis SRMs. There's no enhancements on here, which means that the quirks have been turned off. So normally the Kit Fox, this SRM variant, has plus 20 armor in the arms, but because we're doing ignore enhancements with these trial mechs, there's no quirks, no bonus arm structure armor. So I'm expecting that these arms are going to get blown off, either because they're being targeted or just because they naturally fall off in this type of a fight. I think the strategy is to blow your opponent's arms off. Oh, that was a back reg there on Bull Roarer. I can say that better, can't I? Maybe not. Maybe I won't try. From the Black Forge there in the red pants. Looking at 93%. Percentages are basically the same, but I think it matters where these hits are going. Now, center torso is open on Bull Rusher, so it's not the arms that are opening up there initially. Nothing's open yet on Shoe Jimmy. but they also have a percentage lead, 81% to 61. Now, nothing has gone off yet on Bull Rusher. Bull Rusher has an open arm now to go with that open center torso. Probably don't want to over twist then, but you still need to spread the damage away from the center torso. Now, the legs are being opened up on the other Kit Fox. Now, legs are going to be... Whoa! Alright, there we have it. I was going to say legs are going to be hard to target because the Kit Fox arms do tend to kind of block the shots in this kind of fight, but we just have a clean kill right through the center torso, and Bull Roar goes down, which gives the first win here in the 1v1 to the players from the blue team, which I am forgetting their name. Their player tag is an FJRD in game here, but I know that's not FJRD as the team. They are running under a different team name. I need to double check here before I get it wrong. Killer's Instinct. Killer's Instinct picks up the win and the points for the kill, so they have 2 points total. And I'm hoping that displays on the screen. Oh, I need to put this into there and put that into here, so that I can pull up. There we go. Now, does this work? No, not that. This. That's what I wanted. There we go. So there we've got damage stats on the screen. Damage pretty similar, but where it went kind of ended up mattering. Clean CT kill. I mean, arm was opened up, but no other components destroyed, so well done there. And Killer's Instinct gets some of those critical points that they need to accumulate for things. Oh no. Okay, one of the pilots left before, was it Dalen who was leading that team? I think so. Oh, there we go. Okay. Alright. Okay. Okay. Wait. I think they're supposed to be on team 2, so I need to make sure I get the right player here. I've got somebody messaging me in game. And I misspelled it, but nobody can see it. I've got something up over the screen, so nobody's seeing anything terrible, though. Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay. So next up, we are going to a different map, Boreal Reach, I do believe. I need to double check that. I've been talking about a lot of things, but not the right things. I'm just getting this together. I can close that. Not going to use that today. Yeah, Boreal Reach. We're doing a 2v2. And this is 1 light, 1 medium on this 2v2 on Boreal Reach. So probably will be Brawly with the fast mechs. Might be something else. Okay, I can see the stream's up. Sounds okay to me. Oh, I forgot to put the announcement out. That's what I forgot. I knew I was forgetting something. Oh, yeah, there we go. There we go. There's the announcement. Now maybe somebody will come watch. My bad. Yeah, it's their X doing a solo cast, and I'm not 200% at the moment in terms of alertness and why we're doing this. So both teams are bringing 1 light, 1 medium on the next drop here, and just waiting for the teams to get into the lobby and getting readied up. Everybody's done looking at the stats. Let's drop that. Now you can look at the lobby. That way, if I do a lobby cast, you can see something. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, so like I was saying, Killer's Instinct coming in with 201 points. Now they've picked up another 2, so that's very well done for them. But they don't play next week. That's the forfeit week, but every team had a forfeit week and has full points assigned for each forfeit already into their total. So Killer's Instinct is going to have 201 points plus whatever they can pick up today, whereas Black Forge has 182 points coming in, and they actually have this match plus 1 more match to play next week in order to get points. So Killer's Instinct, they're sitting in first place, but it's a very fragile first, and they need to win big here, or they're not going to maintain that first. I mean, pretty clearly. Killer's Instinct is actually sitting in 3rd place in the division with 182 points. Trips Wild, who also have a game next week, they are sitting at 185 points. So it's a 3-point gap between second and third, but first place is probably, in all actuality, not first place. And there's one other mention here, is that actually third place is a tie. Bears Brawlers has 182 points as well, so they're tied with Killer's Instinct. So this is a tight division, other than, you know, the one team that dropped out and one other team that has been struggling to pick up points. So, you know, it's hard to say who's going to finish in that first, second, third place, and that's why we are having this game on stream, so that you can watch what are hopefully close matches between teams that are playing for, you know, divisional placement. It's not some, you know, low priority throwaway match here. We have premium grade. Both teams ready? Okay. Sorry, I was talking. And teams are readied up, and I need to switch the lobby. Okay, so 80 tons on the Team 1, and it was 90 tons on Team 2. Now, Team 1, I need to remember their names, do a better job. Killer's Instinct. Killer's Instinct is taking 80 tons on this drop. The Black Forge is taking 90 tons. And that is, you know, a little bit of a difference. Is 90 tons the maximum? You can take 35 plus 55. Yes, 90 tons is the maximum. So they're taking every little bit of tonnage. That tells me could be a Vapor Eagle, could be a Storm Crow. We are finding out right here as the players are coming in. So the Black Forge is bringing the Vapor Eagle 1 and a Cougar. So that's their 55 and 30. Let's get the builds off of here. 2 Ultra 10s and 4 ER Smalls. That is, you know, in these duels, I'm starting to see builds that are specifically built for that. Like that Cougar with the small pulse lasers and large pulse lasers. So not something you see in quick play either. This is specially built just for this brawling. On the opposing side, we have a Huntsman with 6 SRM6s with Artemis and Purifier, but they're running not small pulse or heavy machine guns. They're running 4 SRM6 and AMS. Now that AMS is not going to be able to do anything here, so that is a complete waste of tonnage, as there were no missiles on the Black Forge. Black Forge has the range advantage here. I mean, 2 UAC 10s, 1 large pulse laser versus a whole bunch of SRMs. So it's going to be down to Killer's Instinct to push in here, make something happen. On the approach, not taking a lot of damage yet. Are they moving with cover? I mean, there's a hill here, but they should be taking damage. Yes, there is some damage being focused into the Huntsman. That damage is splashed everywhere. It doesn't really... not overly relevant. The gap has been closed, but actually it's the Black Forge that is pushing in with their range advantage mechs here. Well, Small Pulse, I guess, can do some good work up close, but I would be pulling range if, you know... Well, here we have it. We have a brawl. UAC 10s, are they going to jam or are they not? That is a big question, but that Huntsman is open center torso. It should be going down right shortly. Yes, it is. Killer's Instinct now has a single Kit Fox here with an open leg, and legged already. And this is probably going to be a clean win. Can they pick up a kill? Well, the Cougar's legs are both open, and they get away with that. Managed to get those legs covered up and take up the clean 2-0 win. So, well done on the Black Forge. And let's get these numbers popped into the places. I made the teams wait here, I do believe. I don't even know how long, because there's no timestamps on the... no timestamps. No. Why do I keep clicking that? Click the other thing. There we go. Yeah, as I'm trying to say, there's no timestamps in the lobby chat for MechWarrior Online, which is a big issue for so many reasons that I'm not going to go over. So with that win and the pair of kills, the Black Forge actually pulls ahead in this match, 6 points to the 2 points of Killer's Instinct. Damage totals, well, I mean, Cougar actually put out the highest damage with that small pulse laser, single large pulse laser, 300 damage out of that. That's impressive. I mean, it was a very short fight, so I guess they got into range and those high DPS weapons pulled it out. Rest of the damage is relatively, you know, even across everyone, so you know, relatively clean win. I mean, Cougar's at 65%, so you know, and both the legs were open. Wasn't that far from being a kill returned, but Well done. Well done. Okay. Yeah, now that I put out the announcement, there's a couple of viewers here. I remembered that. Some people might have been able to watch the 1v1. But in case you missed the 1v1 and for some reason, you're maybe not looking to watch the Twitch VOD in the 2 weeks before it gets deleted, MWO Comp backs up their matches, their competitive games that are played on this channel are backed up to YouTube. So you can go watch it on YouTube in a couple of days. So something to keep in mind. Go give a follow over to the MWO League's channel on YouTube. Watch some of the cast there, past or historical from a few years back if you're into that sort of thing. Lots of competitive matches to watch for entertainment or to try and improve your own gameplay. Pull out some old school strats for your team in a future upcoming competitive league. I don't know, you do you. Alright, let's get that out of the way just in case I do another of those lobby casts, so it's not going to be a radio cast. Oh man, I had a radio cast last week, so I need to be more paranoid about it. Okay. I think I did just about everything that I needed to talk about. Now just wait for the teams to ready up. Oh, I didn't talk about this drop. So we're going back to test map A, the one with no textures type look with the green and the blue hills and white boxes that mechs jump up on the beige floor. So go back to test map A, but this time it's gonna be okay. Yeah, everybody's ready. And test map A, but this time with one assault and one medium on each team. So that'll be different than, the 2K Foxes were just had trial mech builds that were forced to run SRMs, just running up and shooting each other, nothing else they could do. Now, with the assault mech, what I've been seeing is direwolves, and usually with AC5, and it'll be interesting to see what kind of medium is paired up with that, or if a team elects to go with something that is not called a direwolf. Let's pull up builds and other things. Okay, it's a direwolf, but this is a mid-range big burst ultra cannon build. 1 UAC 20, 2 UAC 10, 2 UAC 5. So, yep. And it's paired up with a Vapor Eagle that has mid-range Pop-Tart hybrid DACA. So, ERPC and a pair of AC-10s. So that's pretty good pinpoint damage, or near pinpoint. And it can Pop-Tart that, but it does not have the extreme range of the ERPPCs, nor does it have the high heat, which is going to be good here because we've got a push coming in. It's a Spirit Bear with an LBX 20, 2 large pulse, and 4 SRM6 with Artemis, looking to get in close, has some mid-range firepower as well, but definitely wants to get in and brawl. And a Viper with 6 small pulse and 3 ER micro. I think that's missing a few lasers. I think you need the hero though to get more lasers on there, but I believe you can run 5 ER micros if you have the hero pods. So here we go. It's been spotted. That direwolf had started closing, moving up though, so it might be caught out here as it can't really run away. But that Spirit Bear taking a ton of damage on the approach. You want to get into cover behind that box while making this approach. The direwolf is somehow firing over that hill. I thought its arms would be too low, but looks like it's brawl's closed in though. It's happening. Viper's open side torso. Lost a side torso, still in the fight. Now, how's that Spirit Bear doing? Spirit Bear is looking good. Oh, CT is open now, but that direwolf is center torso open as well. Whoever's going to get the big kill on the assault here, that's going to give a big advantage. And the Vapor Eagle is focusing on the Viper. Kodiak picks up the kill. Viper is open everywhere, about to die, but the Kodiak, well, is that mask damage or heat damage to the legs? We have a Kodiak with an open center torso who could be one shot by that Vapor Eagle, and the Vapor Eagle does indeed wait it out, pull off the one shot there to the center torso, pick up the kill. Vapor Eagle has heat damage. Other than that, 82% looks pretty healthy to me. Yeah, that was a brawl. So a little bit different than some of the matches I've been seeing on that map. Both teams looked like they had a fairly good strategy that they executed reasonably well. But in the end, it does go the way of the Black Forge. No, not the Black Forge. Team 1, Killer's Instinct. My goodness. Amateur hour over here. Okay, if I've got it all together correct, both teams are tied at 8 points in this match right now. So, that's wild. Did I change up? No, I don't think those stats are going to be right yet. I need to make the deposit over here. There we go. Yeah, again, if there's any view issues on the stream, just yell at me. I'm 5 minutes in the future, so it'll be a little bit. But oh boy, we need to switch that up and go to a different map. What is the map? I don't remember. I just played it like 4 hours ago. Crimson Straight. My goodness. Okay. Looking at the stats, last drop, I think I have them up on screen. Did I do it right? No, it's not updating. Why is it not updating? I put it in there. Did that refresh? Yeah, okay. There we go. We got stats on the screen. The big boys put out the big damage as expected. 480 out of Captain Kraken's Direwolf there with that big burst mid-range DACA mess of autocannons. Spirit Bear put out a little bit less, 400 damage out of Vectron the Black Minister. Vectorin. Okay. Sorry. Picked up the kill, But it's Andy 5689 with that Vigo with the AC10 ERBC with 300 damage and 2 kills for their team. So picking up the win there. Viper just ended up, getting side torsoed. Maybe didn't quite have the DPS to compete. And lower damage total there. I love this 2v2 stuff though. I'm gonna, I've been playing it out with my team. And it's been some fun times. See a little bit of interesting different strats there from different teams, and I don't know. It's been fun playing it. How are the teams doing? Are they getting ready? I'm gonna get some water. Okay. I'm asking the teams to do my job and confirm the lobby settings are correct because I don't want to screw it up. We're going on to 5v5s from here on out. We're calling this drop number 2, with the first 3 drops that we watched actually mini drops that comprise drop 1. It's supposed to simulate the clan dueling ritualistic combat stuff, as this is a clan mech only tournament. So we're moving on to Crimson Strait. We're doing Conquest, but only one active cap point. It's Theta. It's way off in the boonies. Both teams have a tremendous amount of distance to cover to get there, but there's also 200-ton drop limit here, so we're going to see a lot of fast mechs that can actually make it to Theta in time to actually fight. We're not playing like some sort of silly assaults-only type format here. Although I do like those assault-only formats, don't get me wrong. We got one of those coming up later. 200 tons, 5 players, that's 40 tons of a mech. I mean, what would you build? A lot of teams, the answer is Vipers and Arctic Wolves. But we might see something different. I mean, Shadowcat's strong. You can take a couple of lights to bring Shadowcats, or I've seen other things as well. There was a team that brought like what is it, like two Mistlinks in order to bring a Mad Dog, or even an Ebon Jaguar I've seen on this drop. So it'd be interesting to see what these teams have cooked up. Looks like both teams have green boarded with 200 tons. Just waiting for the locked, and then I will be launching. There we go. Nope, these teams came ready to play. It looks like there's no waiting around. So I need to keep up with them and not have them wait for me. For all I know, this is like a late evening or early morning for them, and they got things to do. So don't want to keep the teams waiting here. Yeah, 200 tons. I'm excited to see what they're bringing. Yeah, any stream issues, let me know. I'm not seeing anything on my end yet. Just double checking here, but you never know. You never know until it's late. Um, wow, got a bit of a loading time here. Look at this map. The water is no longer that crimson hue that the map was named for, but we got a sunset going on. Be okay. I find it a little bit difficult to see on this map just with that the lighting conditions. There we go. Dropship. It's a decent looking map. I don't hate it. It's a purifier. It's that AMS SRM6 build again. And then we've got it backed up with the more standard Arctic Wolf with the Splat build. A little bit of variance between them. Arctic Wolf SRM6's Artemis, okay. And then a Huntsman with, it's got both SRMs and small pulse lasers. So there is a little bit of non-ammunition dependent direct fire weaponry. Very little bit though. And on the opposing team here, the Black Forge is bringing Arctic Wolf Prime. These are Omnimex. The Omnimex have a smaller engine and it's locked, so they cannot go as fast as the other Arctic Wolves or these Vipers, but they can bring jump jets or ECM if they elect to do that. I want to check that later, but let's get the builds off these Vipers before they get out of my range. Vipers got heavy machine gun, micro pulse, and I missed one of them. Where's that one? That one I don't think I clicked on. Yes, I did not click on that one. That is a small pulse ER micro laser. So what we've got here, instead of going saddle, they're going for tunnel push. That is something that is an option I considered. It does have ECM, I'm confirming, and jump jets on one of those Arctic Wolves. Going to check the other one as well. So they're bringing, yeah, they've got two ECM with them, and they're going through the tunnel here in a tunnel push, which might not be the direction the Killer's Instinct is expecting them to come. Killer's Instinct taking the cap, they're probably looking toward the saddle. Now, if you don't see anyone showing up at the saddle for several minutes, you got to start thinking, where else could they be? And, there's only really one answer to that question. A little bit of hesitation here. Vipers are waiting up for the Arctic Wolves. So you want to move with that ECM coverage, so you want to stay as a group. Have they been spotted? Killer's Instinct's looking around. I don't think anyone's seen it. They don't have sight lines. They're sitting behind a building here. They're not going to see this. This could get in undetected. Moving with that ECM. Now, there are some eyes looking. The Kit Fox is positioning. Huntsman. Huntsman's got the look. Are they looking to the right? There, that should be spotted. I think that push has been spotted. So there is enough warning here for the Black Forge to start reacting as this brawl is starting off. Initial shots coming out. It looks like both teams picking their targets here. Andy's been called as a focus target. Looks like 77% on their Arctic Wolf. Nothing's open yet. Chaotic brawl. It's a brawl. Y'all know what this looks like. Y'all know what this feels like. You're in the middle of this churning mess, trying to find what you're supposed to be shooting at. First target goes down. Black Forge picks up the first kill. They have a legged Viper, if I'm not completely mistaken here. What else is going on? The Viper at 60%. There we go. Kills return. Took a little while. So is there damage lead coming out? It looks like the Kit Fox has been called as target. Kit Fox legged and gone. So that AMS is no longer going to be absorbing damage. Now kill return. One of the Vipers goes down on the Black Forge's side. It's still a 3v3, but the damage lead and the kill lead are now in the favor of the Black Forge. There's a few more mechs on the field that are losing percentages. I don't know what's open. Looks like nothing on the Black Minister. Viper's got an open arm. Oh, Arctic Wolf goes down. Last one up. It's 90% Arctic Wolf. There's a shutdown Viper. Take its back out. Oh, didn't see it in time. Viper gets away with a power down. That was just an overheat. It wasn't actually side torso loss or anything. And the Black Forge picks up the win here. Viper getting away with an untimely shutdown. An Arctic Wolf with one leg missing. and one healthy Arctic Wolf with just the arms open. So low percentages on the 3 survivors for the Black Forge, but one of them is actually looking relatively healthy, or maybe even 2 of them. Yeah, that Viper's moving okay as well. So yeah, not exactly what I'm going to call a clean win or anything like that. It was a chaotic brawl, and I love those chaotic brawls. But the Black Forge pulls it off with style. Let's put it that way. They're bringing the slightly non-meta Arctic Wolves in order to get that ECM, going for this sneaky come behind them strategy there, not going over the saddle, and they pulled off the win. What was the ammo count there? I was going to look at ammo counts. 174. I mean, that's enough to kill like one, maybe 1.5 more mechs. And 318. That is plenty of ammo. No worries there. Plus the Alive Viper has the laser loadout, so well done. Just gotta watch some mechs hobble around the field here, pick up the last, I don't know, what is it, 60 more ticks that we need? They're gonna go get some more cap points to speed it up a little, save us all some time. Not getting any younger here. I mean, it's a race. Who's going to make it there? The legged Arctic Wolf that was sent to go for the Gamma Cap? Or is the cap points going to take over? Or no, Kappa Cap's being taken. So there we have it, the Viper. The Viper is faster than the legged Arctic Wolf. I mean, who could thunk? Who could have thunked it? And the Black Ministers got their ambitions on getting to Epsilon Cap. I don't think they're going to make it before the Caps take over, but the Arctic Wolf over here with the missing leg, still chugging away, going to that Gamma Cap. It's gonna be close. Gonna be close. No, Black Minister is not gonna make Epsilon. The Gamma Cap will be taken before the 91 points is reached. The Viper's already over on Sigma. My goodness, that Viper is fast. And there we have it. I think the Viper's standing on Sigma, but it's not technically capping, so very close there. Set up. I got the stats on the screen. There's a refresh, but no, not yet. There we go. Now I gotta figure out who actually won that and where to assign the points. But 2 kills returned? Yeah, 2 kills returned. So I've got it as 11 points for Killer's Instinct and 22 points for the Black Forge after some number of drops. I mean, 3 mini drops, 1 real 5v5 drop. So it's a close match. Both teams are getting points, and yeah, I mean, Killer's Instinct needs to get a strong win here in order to maintain a hope of first place. And we are going on to Light Oasis and a 300-ton limit. So, gonna go through the numbers of the previous drop here before, I've got the lobby set up. Players can get readied up, and then I'll pop back in. Damage numbers. Vectoron, the Black Minister, in that Arctic Wolf Prime, putting up 400 damage. Yeah, leading their team. Actually, damage total is relatively low on the side of Black Forge here. I mean, a couple players in the 200, one at 150, and then one that probably is the player who died first, only putting up 50 damage before getting dropped. I actually think if you add up all the numbers over from Killer's Instinct, that they will have more total damage dealt by their team. Patriots 87 in the Huntsman, putting up 400 damage. Then Zyle in an Arctic Wolf 1. That's the non-Omni mech Arctic Wolf. Puts up 400 damage as well. So, and then another player at 200, one at 150, and then again, whoever died first at 50 points there. So, but if you add those numbers up, I'm not going to do the math here. I'll let you do the math. But I do believe that there's going to be 200 damage advantage here in the favor of Killer's Instinct. Just they didn't get the kills. So, yeah. I guess that's why there's a couple mechs running around at 50%, maybe a little bit better focus fire, or maybe their mechs were just a little bit more survivable over on the side of the Black Forge. Oh. Okay, teams are like more or less ready here. I need to not keep them waiting. But we've got a disconnect, so just a little bit of a technical issue. It's kind of surprising how many technical issues happen when you're trying to play competitive. Like, when you're doing anything else. Feels like there's something, I don't know, maybe it just stands out more. But it feels like there's always, like one disconnect. And, it's only a 5v5 tournament. Like, there's 11 people here right now, and somebody's got broken internet out of 11 people. Like when you're just doing the your standard web browsing or YouTube watching or even playing quick play. A quick play match, you've got 24 people there, and you get the disconnects on occasion, but it's pretty rare that you've got two disconnects. All right, both teams are readied up. We're going in. I got to switch that scene over. I'm remembering. Oh boy. Hopefully I continue to remember. Yeah, 300 ton drop limit. I didn't actually pay attention to what the teams had in the lobby there. I think it was 300 each. Teams are allowed to drop under tonnage, but at the 200 ton drop and the 300 ton drop, most teams are going to be using up all of that tonnage. So when we get to drop 5 or even drop 4, that it's common for not use full tonnage. Here we go, everybody's coming in. Like we got a clean start to the match. I'm looking at Killer's Instinct in the blue trunks, fighting out of whatever corner this is. A whole bunch of summoners with SRMs, 6 SRM, and okay, so 2 is making up the remaining bit there, and then yeah, a little bit bigger burst on Patriots with another SRM summoner. Now a pair of linebackers, Small Pulse with SRM for Artemis, and Small Pulse with SRM for not Artemis. Now, Andy's got an extra Small Pulse as well, plus the Artemis, so maybe they're running low on ammo or something. And then we've got that Kit Fox again with the SRM6 and the Artemis. I'm starting to think that maybe that pilot does not have very many own clan mechs. That a little bit of unconventional choice here, let's put it that way, for this drop. Miss Lynx, G, Heavy Machine Gun, Eero Micro Laser. 1, 2 of those. Yep, nice and brawly light mech, which means they brought bigger tonnage with the Executioners on this drop. Are you kidding me? That's 95 tons. It's nearly a third of your drop tonnage in one mech. And they brought 2 of those. Small Pulse, Large Pulse, Eero Micro. Now, they need to keep those legs alive. If their legs get dove and killed, that is way too much tonnage to lose that way. But that is a lot of firepower for the drop. Hellfire, Small Pulse, SRM 6s with Artemis. That is, they got Mask. 3 mechs with Mask and 2 light mechs that are relatively fast. Now, they're not going to the cap point. Neither team's going to the cap point. I'm starting to forget which cap point it is. I thought it was Epsilon. But they're looking at Theta? Or did they get a scout here? What are they doing? Do they know what cap it is? They're brawlers. Maybe they're planning to rush across Theta, but then they saw light mechs and they're thinking something else, or I mean, we've got a low ground movement here that they're going to show up at Epsilon and be wondering, the Black Forge is going to be wondering why Epsilon hasn't been taken yet. They were probably trying to cut off and ambush someone. Have these teams spotted each other? I don't think the Executioners and Hellfires would have been spotted, but going underneath, I mean, with Killer's Instinct around Theta, there's a chance. They're just sitting back, but they're the SRM Brawl team. They need to be pushing. They can't, like, if they were positioned up here with UAC 2 Sunspiders or something, I would understand. But right now, I am at a loss. But the Black Forge is moving like they know where they're going. I don't see any UAVs up. Killer's Instinct is looking around with the linebacker there from Dalen, which I believe is the team leader, probably the drop caller. He's looking for where the targets are. I don't think they spotted them. Yeah, no, not with the way that they're looking. They're looking one way, and there's a giant red blob moving the other way. Now, is Andy going to look to their right? I mean, why would you? That's your spawn area. I think it's completely unspotted, but I'm not sure if the Black Forge... Well, Black Forge looks like they know where they're going. So, initial shots here. No way. They're going to just sneak in. Nobody's popped a UAV. There we go. The first target has been shot at long range there. Didn't get the burst out. If they counted down with those large pulses, maybe that would have been a kill, but Patriots managed to get out, drops down, and the Black Forge is dropping down after. The Summoner tried to jump back up. Did not make it. Got legged, and there we go. Goes down. Early kill for the Black Forge. Black Forge has taken damage in return. Somebody threw a strike in the middle of that brawl. Somebody's throwing another strike in the middle of that brawl. Executioner rear open. Can't get a very good view here. Try to get in close. Try to get something better. How is the other Executioner doing? Other Executioner has an open orange leg, but the Hellfire's gone down. So 2 kills on the side of Black Forge in their favor, and 2 kills going, or 1 kill going against. Let's see, we got a linebacker, 79% open rear torso. I mean, those mistlinks are doing something to various mechs. There we go. Summoner goes down. This linebacker is shut down, I guess. Comes back up, getting back in that fight, but there's fewer teammates and fewer teammates. There we go, Executioner. One of the Executioners has gone down, and fight is continuing. There we go. Andy, 5689, gets legged and killed. There's an Executioner. It looks like it's moving legged. Kill picked up. So it's 2 mistlinks against Kit Fox. Now the Kit Fox, both legs are open. How are those? Well, mistlinks pick up the kills, and they're both walking around. Low percentage is 64% with an open leg, open arm. The arm's important on the Kit Fox. And the other Kit Fox, open rear, open orange. That might be heat damage, but I think that's going to be rear shots, and then an open yellow leg. So the Black Forge picks up the win here with 2 mistlinks alive, although not healthy. And because nobody went to a cap point, we don't have to wait until, caps take up. So that's always nice. Interesting strategy again from the Black Forge. They went for backstabs the drop 2, and they went for backstabs here again in drop 3. Didn't pull it off in terms of getting that one-shot kill that I think they were looking for. But still, amazing stealth coming out of them with just, I don't know, have they been practicing map movement, maybe? Didn't get spotted, even though they're not, I don't know, does that Hellfire have ECM? I haven't been thinking that it does, but I've been known to be wrong once or twice. Oh, come on. Refresh that. Give me my stats. There we go. I got stats on the screen. You can go ahead and look at that. Get a sneak peek before I do, because I'm busy doing map stuff. Point totals, I've got it marked down as, 3 kills were going out toward the side of Killer's Instinct, and 5 kills going out the way of the Black Forge. So the Black Forge is ahead here. I need to switch teams. As the teams are switching sides, so before I forget, I need to switch the overlay, because I know I'm going to forget that. And I need to switch the map to River City. You know, they're not alphabetical here in the MechWarrior Online lobby. They're by release date, so it takes me a while to find it, but there we go. Yeah, so points, I've got it as 16 points for Killer's Instinct and 36 points for the Black Forge. So the Black Forge is going to be pulling ahead here, and you know they've got a whole nother match next week. So if Killer Instincts wants to be maintaining their spot in the running for near the top of the division, they need to be pulling up some wins here coming up. And you know these have been close fights, so I think that they are capable of doing it. See what they've got planned up for these last two drops with the higher tonnage. Okay, I've got the damage on screen. Let's go through it real quick here while I've got a couple of seconds. Linebackers. Linebackers, one of them big damage, the other linebacker not big damage. And I think it was a summoner that was the primary target in the first mech killed, so just a little bit of trouble maybe finding a target there for finding targets in that. I mean, everybody was hugging. It was chaotic. I couldn't see anything. And, you know, I've got this overhead view, so I imagine that it was a struggle for players to find targets there. Andy 5689 coming up big with 500 damage dealt. Picked up 2 kills for their team as well. The Kit Fox there from... Oh, man. Let's make an attempt. Kyber or Hafsky? Vorchasky? I'm sorry. I'm a monolinguist, sadly. 400 damage and a kill in the Kit Fox, and one of the summoners picked up 400 damage, 450-ish damage, so nice to see. So I did comment on some airstrikes or artillery strikes in that brawl, and everybody's got good team damage, so well done. On the opposing side, it was the Mislinks that ended up clutching it out, 477 damage and 1 kill in the favor of Gong, and Shady James in the other Mislinks, much lower damage total, only 160 damage dealt, but has 3 kills, so very selective with their shots. Executioners, 300 damage, 200 damage, Hellfire, 200 damage. I think the Hellfire was the first mech killed on the side of Black Forge, so that's a pretty respectable damage total if you're the primary target. Oh no, teams are waiting for me again. Both teams or just one team? Okay, yeah, both teams, okay. Sorry, I can't, I've got a single monitor here, so I can't monitor things while looking at other things. Annoying. Anyway, I believe I saw like a 395 tons to 400 tons. Both teams are very close to the tonnage limit, so yeah, no funny business going on here. Okay, we're going to River City. It's 400 tons that the teams have available in a 5v5, so that averages out to 80 tons. We should be seeing multiple assault mechs. They can still bring, you know, a medium to go get a cap or something, while not leaving, you know, disgusting amounts of tonnage on the board. And indeed, I'm looking at the Black Forge here pulling in. Where are those dropships? There we go, airport side. They have night gears, lots of night gears. 4 night gears, LBX-10, ER small laser AMS. That is not night gear build that I'm aware of. A pair of those, an AC-10 variant of that. Yeah, 2 AC-10, 2 LBX-10. Night Gears. So that's going to be a push deck of some sort. They also all have laser AMS, so I guess they were suspecting that there might be LRMs on the field, and they're being joined by a Spirit Bear, which will actually be faster than the Night Gears once it gets in there. Large Pulse, LBX-20, and SRM-6, so mid-range push deck, let's say. And then on the opposing side, we've got two Gargoyles with red lasers, or one's got some yellow lasers in there. Yeah, okay. And then a couple of Executioners. No, it was the other red team that brought Executioners last time, so we do not have any violations there. There is a chassis limit of 4 of a chassis in this throughout all the matches. So if you use up, your 4 Executioners and drop 3, you can't bring in drop 4. But we've switched team sides here, so there's no violation. There is a build variance on these Executioners. I need to point out. Do I? They're both mid-range vomit ones, maybe a bit more brawly than the other. And then we've got over here a Shadowcat. Just getting out of spawn. 2 ERPPCs. Theta is the active cap here. I don't know if anyone's going to go for it because we've got a push. Night Gear is pushing across. It is a slow push with strange builds. Hard-hitting builds, but not what I would expect from a push deck. Or from a Night Gear. I love the Night Gear, though. So here we have it. 2 teams. Neither team is going to be giving up any footing here. Jump jets going off. Look at this beautiful, beautiful climbing here from those Night Gears. Let's get some. I was going to look at their paint, but it's all just black. All right, the blue Night Gear is going in. One of them gets dropped early, and massive damage returned. One of the Gargoyles, open side torso, 1 torso left on that, and we have an Executioner that the back was being cored out there. Shady James giving a back hug to Andy, but Andy does survive. Rotating some armor around here. Both teams doing a protect on their teammates, trying to buffer. Oh, that Kodiak shut down. The Kodiak's overheating. Kodiak's open center torso, and well, picks up the Executioner. The kill on the Executioner before going down, and the Executioner goes down just shortly after. A lot of back shots going off here, just as these teams are swirling in amongst each other. Shadowcat comes in, trying to get in on that brawl as their team is down in mechs, but this is not where that ERPPC Shadowcat wants to be. As soon as their teammate is dead, they need to bail out of here and start kiting this out, as they are never going to win at this kind of a brawl fight. Nope, didn't get out, just went down. So 3 Night Gears left on the field, open side torsos, open center torsos, but in the end, they're still standing. Is that back shots or heat damage? And there's no damage on the limbs, so that must be back shots there. A lot of back shots in that fight. But Black Forge has 3 mechs at 65 to 69%. And yeah, picks up the win. Just need to go to the cap. The Shadowcat would have had a massive speed advantage on these Night Gears, but it would have taken like, I don't know, the full 8 minutes for them to run around and shoot the Night Gears to death. I don't know. Like the AC-10s can also hit at range. That's at mid-range. I mean, the ERPC does outrange them, but there's 3 Night Gears. They can start triangulating, cutting it off. So maybe we were just saved from having to watch a lengthy, drawn-out Shadowcat running away. These teams are playing with pace here. We're going to have a lengthy, drawn-out match. There we go. Okay, damage numbers are actually higher than I was expecting. 900 damage from Gone in a Night Gear D. I don't know if that's the AC-10 or LBX-10 night gear, but 700 damage in that short of a fight is a lot. I'm wondering if there's strike damage in there because they've got 19 team damage as well, and I don't know if they have the DPS to put out 700 damage in that short of a fight. So maybe there's a strike in there as well. Other night gears, 500, 400. The one night gear that got focused out and killed less than 100. I mean, somebody has to get killed first. Kodiak Spearbear put out 355 damage doing the go to sleep, wake back up, and shoot again routine, and picked up 2 kills. Opposing side, Captain Kraken leading the way with a gargoyle. Again, I can't remember which gargoyle that was because there was build variance. 400 damage on the Executioner's other gargoyle, which died relatively early, put out 200. The Shadowcat coming in, trying to brawl at the end. That's not the mech that has the ability to do that. So, yeah, it didn't work out. Just didn't get the damage in early before the push happened. The Shadowcat went to scout around on the right side, and the push was happening on the left side. I've got this marked down as 50 points for the Black Forge and only 19 points for Killer's Instinct. Killer's Instinct maybe looking to turn around here on Alpine Peaks. We've got 500 ton limit for these teams. And we're playing Conquest on a cap point that is located off to the side with a bunch of mountains around it. I mean, that kind of describes all of Alpine Peaks, but in this particular instance, it's maybe a bit more of a fishbowl than some of the other Alpine Peak cap point locations that have more flat terrain around them, or more gradual, gentle sloping mountains, as opposed to the more steep cliffs that are seen over at the I want to say Epsilon Cap. Was it Epsilon Cap? No, it's Gamma Cap. Gamma Cap point on Alpine Peaks. I'm not going to pull up a map strat. I need to keep an eye on the lobby here, not make the teams wait. But I'll let you pull up a map strat and take a look at the terrain there on Alpine if you're unfamiliar with it. I mean, pretty much everyone watching probably already played or is going to be playing this competitive league on these maps. Or I could be wrong. Question for the viewers, anyone out there who is looking to type into the chat, do you play in this competitive league and that's why you're watching, or are you just interested in competitive and that's why you're watching? I mean, it'd be interesting to run a poll on that and see how many of the viewers are also players of comp and how many are past players of comp, or potentially interested in playing comp, or even not interested in playing comp. That would be something I'd be interested in seeing. If you are interested in getting into competitive play, there should be a link somewhere on the MWO Leagues page here to the MWO Comp Discord. You can find a team or unit to play with upcoming leagues in, or even just casual play, quick play, group quick play, private lobby shenanigans. Yeah, not everyone's a sweaty tryhard. Some of these teams are just playing for fun. And some are playing for the prizes, as there are rewards given out for participating in comp by the developer, Piranha Games. Supplies the competitive rewards. Just waiting for players here, probably rebuilding a mech or something. Or I've disconnected and haven't realized yet. No, it looks like the stream's still running. Yeah, next competitive is going to actually be run through the MechWarrior Online client. It's going to be Comp Queue. A little tab appears that's next to the Quick Play tab, or the Event Queue tab, or the Faction Play tab. And through there, you form a team of 8 to 12 players, and then you can queue up and play against other teams that have formed up. And there's going to be some ridiculous rewards for that. Don't know exactly what those rewards are going to be, but they're basically participation rewards. So, at least historically, like a free mech with 30% Seabuild boost, camo pattern, unique camo pattern, and some other stuff, mech bays, MC, C-bills, that type of thing. Very good rewards, and I mean, you get them by going and losing 20 games, or you could even win a game or two. Who knows, right? I find it a lot of fun, and it does an elo system matchmaking to try and pair up stronger teams against each other, weaker teams against each other. The more teams that are in the queue, the better that the matchmaker works. If there's only 2 teams in the queue, the options are give them a match or don't give them a match. So that's where you can see those one-sided stomps. But if we have a whole bunch of casual teams in queue alongside a couple tryhard teams, the tryhard teams get matched together, the casual teams get to play each other. So, go out there, find your friends, form a team, participate. I believe that CompQ is going to start launching at the end of August. It hasn't been formally announced yet, but it'll be the last couple weeks of August or the first couple weeks of September, and it'll run for I think 6 weeks, maybe 8 weeks. So if you're looking for a team, you can put a post in the MWO Comp Discord, or go and read other teams' recruiting posts in there. Put up your own, looking for a team post. If you're a solo player who doesn't want to form a team but wants a team to recruit them, you can also try in the official forums or elsewhere. But I've got green boards, but nobody's actually said that they are locked. It's 460 tons on the side of the Black Forge and 455 tons on the side of Killer's Instinct. So it's a 500 ton limit here. Both teams are a fair bit under. And they're all locked up, so here we go. That's not nice. Alright. So the points have been kind of going a little bit one-sided here, but these drops have actually been close. It's 2 mech standing, 3 mech standing type thing, not a 5-0 blowout on any of these drops. Be interesting to see what happens here on this snipe battle that is coming up. As the dropships come in, I'm going to take a look here at the gamma cap. There it is. It's in the open. Unless if you're running a light in there to get it, you're going to have a hard time. So we'll see. We've got... Oh no, that might be the wrong spawn. They're spawning a little bit far away. Direwolf with 80 ER large, and let's turn that off. Let's look at that camo. That is a glowing, special, painted all white with a little bit of a green trim. Another white Direwolf. That one has ER large AC2. We've got Goss ER large. That is more the meta. That is the invasion variant, but it's been repainted, and the cockpit's been covered. I see those decals. And then we have the oddball out. It's a grayish, beige-ish Direwolf with some decals as well. 8 ER large on that mech. Quick, let's look at this Black Lantern before it gets shot. Black Lantern. Oh, it's got 2 ER large and some small pulse and a laser AMS. Another AMS. Very popular piece of equipment over here for Killer's Instinct. And looking at Black Forge, is this powered down? Or no, they're hiding their brawlers. A Scorch with LBX-20 SRM 6. Marauder 2C with Ultra 10, Ultra 5 large pulse, the mid-range DPS type build. Spear Bear, that's a popular pick from the Black Forge, and Executioners. Now, I think they're still good on Executioners. They used 2 up on drop number 3, and they've got 2 here, so that's still only 4. So I think they're good. But yeah, I mean, if anyone wants to, we can check the VOD later or the match results or whatever. I'm not unofficial, not my problem. I think they're good though. But those are mid-range, large pulse laser, brawly stuff. So they're gonna make some sort of a push here. There's a lot of open terrain. They need to get through that open terrain. That's why I'm wondering about that hold up, why they were waiting instead of just pushing instantly. They need to make it across and into a relevant terrain area. Now, these direwolves take years to get anywhere, and they were in the far away spawn, so it's going to be a little while. They're climbing a mountain. What my competitive team did earlier today, we climbed up on top of this mountain and we sniped, and we ran out of time before we could get any more than one kill, so we got hardly any points. It was very sad. But enough about my team and our lack of success. They're not going up a ramp. They are. Have they been spotted by that Black Lantern? Black Lantern is looking around like they don't know where they are, so I'm going with no. Black Lantern has not spotted this push, this delayed push, which is using the mountain as cover while making a rotation to come up behind those direwolves. I am concerned. More killer's instinct. The Black Forge is doing another sneak. Just like drop 2 and drop 3, they have gone unspotted. If this Black Lantern had seismic sensor, it would be able to pick them up. They're turning around. I don't know. I mean, process of elimination, you start to... I don't know. Would you think that their opposing side is just their traders aren't in position yet, or that they're waiting to ambush you somewhere? Or would you start to think that they've somehow snuck past your sentries and are about to come up behind you? Now, these direwolves, are they? No, the direwolves aren't turned around. The direwolves are still looking out. They're thinking there's going to be a push over on the mountain side, the more traditional mountain, or that there's going to be some activity from traders beyond the cap point. But, okay, Black Lantern, can you see this? Can you even torso pitch down? Again, they're hesitating. Do they have seismic? Why are they waiting? Maybe they haven't gotten the scout. Maybe they don't even know if their opponents are up on the mountain. Yeah, no, none of these direwolves turn around. They have no idea. The Black Forge is undetected. How far can they get before they are spotted? They are now beginning their ascent. So there were some AC2s on the Killer's Instincts direwolves. There is a little bit of DPS. It's not all Gauss ER large. Again, they're hesitating. Why do they keep stopping? Now they're all bunched up and, well, they're getting up here. When are they spotted? When are they spotted? The Black Lantern's looking that way. Black Lantern sees it. Direwolves are all turning in formation. Yep, they all spotted that the instant the Black Lantern did. Or Black Lantern started yelling at them over the comms. Here's the push. Kodiak in the lead. Executioner may be the focus target, though. Other Executioner needs to pull over. Okay, yeah, they're using this hill for some cover. Some of them were, some of them weren't, and here we have it. Direwolf, oh no, Direwolf open center torso about to go down. That's the 8 ER large one. One of the Direwolves has already dropped, which is not really beneficial. Kodiak is falling. I don't think that's what you want to be doing there, Mr. Black Minister. And none of these Direwolves have died yet, but they're going to be, there we go. One dies basically instantly on landing. Patriot, if they could stay up there, no, they fall. And there we have a second death, another Direwolf taking down this bro. This Spirit Bear is incredibly weak, though. That could be a return kill here from the Black Lantern if the Black Lantern could just put a decent burn into the center torso. One more Direwolf still alive. Where is it? What are they doing? Open side torso. Patriot 87, maybe the last one to get all the way down, finally gets stripped out. And it's an Executioner with open side torso. Spirit Bear does go down center torso, so there is a return kill. And we've got damage on the remaining assaults, but there's plenty of health here. This Black Lantern does have a range advantage of swords, but their leg is already open orange, and those large pulse lasers could probably take that leg off. So Dalen's electing to turn to fight, gets legged. Here comes an Executioner. Executioner is approaching Twisted in order to prevent a burn from going center torso, which is basically the only... Yeah, there we go. That Executioner has heat damage. It doesn't even look like mask damage or, nothing's open on Executioner here, and they're taking the cap now. So another sneaky, stealthy push. Now, maybe the Black Lantern could have run away. 196 cap points with just over 5 minutes remaining. Maybe if the Black Lantern had run away and lived, they could have pulled out a cap win here for Killer's Instinct. I don't think 196 with 5 minutes remaining is quite enough, but somebody else can do the math. I think it's one cap every 1.65 seconds or something. It's a stupid number. I can't do the mental math. But it was very close there on caps to being over if the Black Lantern was alive. If the Black Lantern stays alive, the Black Forge is not allowed to take any caps beyond Gamma. Now, because the Black Lantern is dead, the Black Forge can go and start taking other caps. Now, Kappa is the next closest cap, and it is way out there. That is quite a walk, so maybe there's still a chance. The Marauder is heading around the mountain trying to go for Epsilon Cap. Good call to split them up. Epsilon Cap, I don't know. Marauder? Yeah, Marauder's going to make it there, probably with like a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes remaining. And the remaining of the team is going around the mountain. Probably would have been better to go over the mountain, which maybe they had started, go over the mountain, jump down. But they're going around the long way here. They can probably cut a corner here and finally get to that Kappa cap, probably with 2.5 to 2 minutes remaining. So cap points are ticking in the favor of the Black Forge, but they've got a lot of catch up to do here with those cap points, and their mechs are not fast. So this is very close. That Black Lantern stayed alive. I don't think it would have been enough. It's been about 2 minutes here with the Black Forge getting cap points, and they're up to 60, so my quick maths would tell me that they're going to get another 90 to go with that 60 to 150, 160. Yeah. Yep. My quick maths tell me if that Black Lantern stayed alive, this would be a win for the Black Forge, as in they would get the drop win, which would give them 5 points, plus the 1 point for the kill. But their opponents would actually get 9 points just off the kills. So it still would have been more points for the Black Forge, but Killer's Instinct would have had the potential to pick up more points if they had run the Black Lantern away instead of turning to fight. And there's no guarantee that Black Lantern would have been able to run away. It did have an open leg. There are large pulse lasers on the side of the Black Forge with that Marauder and with the Executioners, so it's by no means a sure thing, and my quick maths might be wrong. But in the end here, the Black Forge is going to be picking up yet another drop win, which is positioning them very, very strongly going into next week, trying to get that first place finish. Just gotta wait for some cap points to tick over. I guess they could try to go to Sigma. They might make it to Sigma before the cap points tick over. Probably not. But it doesn't matter. Only a couple seconds left, and then the caps will finally be enough.
We've gathered enough resources. This triumph will provide us huge tactical benefit.
And let's get the stats and get them up on the screen. I'm impressed. The one thing that stands out the most to me this match is the ability of the Black Forge to make their big and slow mechs somehow stealthy. Remarkable skill that I've seen very few teams in competitive play successfully pull off. I've updated the points total. I sure hope it's correct. It has not refreshed yet. Let's refresh it. I've got 64 points on the side of the Black Forge and 20 points on the side of Killer's Instinct to add to their previous totals. And again, Killer's Instinct, they have a forfeit for which they've already been awarded the points occurring next week, whereas the Black Forge is actually going to be playing. So For Killer's Instinct, they're going to be finishing the league with 221 points, whereas the Black Forge is currently sitting at 146, assuming that I've done all the math correctly, track the stats, all of that. So yeah, well done, the Black Forge here. And Killer's Instinct actually gave him, a tough challenge for most of those drops as well. Not gonna mark them down at all. Damage totals, top damage coming out of Gong in that Executioner, 700 damage, 2 kills. Lower damage totals, the rest of the team. Bit of a race for damage there, and whoever had the most DPS perhaps had the best chance there. A lot of team damage though. And it's on too many players for it to be a strike, so maybe be a little more careful who you're shooting next time in that chaotic brawl. But at some point, all damage is good damage. So, well done. On the opposing side, the Killer's Instinct, they got jumped. And they didn't see it nearly in time. So, 500 damage, 450 damage out of the 2 of the direwolves. Actually, more than I was expecting. So, yeah. Oh, okay. Did I forget anything? I sure hope I covered it all. Alright, this is it. It was Therax doing the cast, and Division F match here in the week 4. There's one more week coming up, and it's going to be the last week. Going to try and cover as many of those standings matches as possible. The ones that impact who finishes in what position. First place, or even a battle for third place. Try to get those close fights. Thank you to both the teams for letting me cast their match today, and thank you viewers for showing up and supporting these teams and the MechWarrior Online competitive community and leagues. I mean, there's people doing the organization here, and it's it's got to be pushed into like a part-time job at least for 2 or 3 people. It's a big effort here, so thank you to the league organizers for letting us all participate in the various ways that we do. And I'm going to be ending the stream here. I think I've done everything. So, yeah, great. And yeah, if you're interested in MechWarrior Online competitive play, find a link to the MechWarrior, the MWO Comp Discord. If you Google it, you're going to find a link somewhere, and that is going to be your way to find a team or any level of competition, or even just a group of people to play with, if that's what you're into. So, thanks for joining me, and over and out.